We went into a little bit of an extension on the audio there.
Yeah, it's like,
Happy Hump Day! Yes, it is Hump Day. It is not Tuesday. Okay, you have to remember when the Lightning have a game on Tuesday, we're going to be on Wednesday. But I'm seriously considering changing the show to Wednesday and just say, okay, well, the Lightning have a lot more games on Tuesday nights than Wednesday. They don't have that many games on Wednesday. Yeah. So we might be better off just changing the damn thing. But we're getting ready to get on a break. Lightning got 2 more games to go, and then we don't play until February 7th. So, yeah, the office here is going to be empty. Although from time to time, I come into the office and, I do my notes and stuff like that. And from time to time, it's good to be in the office. And we're already outgrowing the office. So
yeah, pretty much.
So, hello, my name is Joey Lightning. I am the host of the show, Everything Lightning, Tampa Bay Thunderstrikers. And we are on season 9. And we are just rolling right through January, and January is almost over. But with me tonight is the Great Hydro.
Back in the office.
He's back in the office, and he's happy.
Yeah, it's like I actually put that into the description, too.
He's back in the office, and he's happy that...
Ring clap.
Ring clap. Oh, he's got both rings on tonight.
Yeah. Now I'm taking them off.
Now he's taking them off because they're too heavy.
Well, actually, I just don't want to really get them. I don't want to damage them or anything.
So yeah, we're back. And last night was, a good game. And, we're going to cover that. Now, tonight, being that we're in the same office, unlike last week when we were separated.
Snowed in.
Iced in, actually.
Iced in, because I couldn't get up. I probably wouldn't have been able to get up this hill.
Yeah. So we're iced in, and I thought it was a great show. I think the numbers were pretty good. We had quite a few comments, and of course, a lot of you saw a side that you never saw of Joey Lightning, which is the Mad Italian side.
I swear, it really did. Like, of course, my dad watched this show.
Yeah.
He's not used to seeing you like that, but
that is a side that I don't like to show. But when it comes to ignorance and lack of sports knowledge, and it's just.
But he literally was saying he said exactly what I said on this show. It was exactly like what I said. You are the Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, and this was an episode of either First Take or Undisputed.
Well, I take that as
this,
a compliment.
This probably would be a compliment because, like, me and Corey were probably the athletes.
Yeah, you guys are just sitting on the sidelines, just
like
watching it all happen. Although Corey did say that he was going to sit on one of those guys.
Yeah, well,
which would have ended them.
That would have, because and prayers for Corey because he fell the other day. So of course, I think he probably hurt the sidewalk more than he probably hurt the sidewalk more than he hurt himself. That's what he said. So he told me.
Yeah.
But he did hurt himself. So, Corey, if you're listening to this, praying for you, buddy.
Absolutely, man. We're definitely praying for you. And I'm going to bring up Sam too. Prayers for him as well.
Yes.
So, we got Corey and Sam both going through some needing of prayers. So hopefully those guys are going to be okay. And we're looking forward to Corey going out to eat. This way we walk in there like we own the joint, just like back in the day when I was in Brooklyn. Bringing my mafia guys with me, all my big boys with me, going into it like you own it. But that's the way we look going to downtown Bristol.
I mean, you feels like you were probably like with some athletes or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, back in the day, I used to manage wrestling. I used to manage some wrestlers. One of them became a WWE superstar that I've been friends with since he was a teenager. Matt Cardona.
Now he's the Indie God.
Now he's what?
The Indie God.
The Indie God?
Yeah.
Well, I remember him when he was obnoxious. Woo, woo,
well,
woo.
He's still obnoxious. He's just the Indie God now.
He's always been obnoxious.
He's the Indie God. He's like making more money on the Indies than he ever did in WWE.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to see my buddy there. But I did manage him. So I was the manager, and I had several wrestlers that I managed back in the day in AEW, back in Long Island, and EBW. It was called EBW Wrestling. It was out of Baldwin, Long Island, New York. And I was Joey D. I used to have a shirt made up, when I came out as the manager. I had the mafiosa hat and the long black jacket, long jacket. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, but these guys were getting hurt, man. They were, going up to the roof, and it looks like they were hanging around Mick Foley too much. Jumping off the roof and putting their bodies, saying, "I'm a young dude,
I can handle it.
I can handle it. I can jump off this. I could be like Sammy Guevara now, and jump off towers and stuff like that." But it was a lot of fun. Anyway, we're going to get to the Lightning game. This is going to be a normal show, so nobody's going to hear me going off. It's not going to be like an episode of Crossfire, or what was the name of that other show that you?
Undisputed or
Undisputed.
First Take.
First Take. Oh yeah, there is a show called First Take. First
Take or
yeah.
Undisputed.
Undisputed. Yeah, one of those. But you won't hear the decibels going up on my voice tonight. So,
Hopefully not. Unless
I don't see how, because I can't see the chat room. I can't. StreamYard just.
Well, I can.
That's one thing I don't like about StreamYard is I can't see when I'm using my laptop. I can't see the chat room. So, but
no one said anything. So
yeah. All right, so let's go to the Lightning game. They were in Philadelphia against the Tube Steaks. Oh wait, no, that's the Flyers. Well, there's a thing, New York and Philadelphia. We don't like Philadelphia. We don't like, their fans.
Yeah.
If anybody has seen their fans in action, whether it be in an Eagles game or a Flyers game, or the fans are they're the ones that just beat up their own city. They fucked up their own city. I mean, they literally just tore shit down, and it was terrible.
I'm talking about the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah.
Yeah,
Eagles
whenever they won the Super Bowl, and that's that's the crazy thing. Whenever they won the Super Bowl, that's whenever they did.
That's when they did destroyed the downtown area, which is crazy.
Who they beat? I think they beat the Patriots, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they beat the Patriots.
Yeah. But Lightning went into the game. We've been on a roll. The kids are doing the job. In the first period, at 1 minute and 46 seconds, Braden Point with his 22nd goal of the season, assisted by the kid, Crozier. I have a hard time with that. Crozier. He's a rookie. He got his first ever assist, and that was one of the highlights of the game. 1-0. At 18:45 of the first period, Nikita Kucherov is 29th. I have so much stuff to talk about Nikita Kucherov. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it all in because there's so many things that this guy's doing right now. He's the greatest player in hockey right now, and the fans, can dispute that all they want. Of course, the Lightning fans are going to say Nikita's the best, but we had a 2-0 lead going into the second period, and I just feel like Philadelphia didn't have their regular goaltender in, and they had the kid. And I just figured we were going to beat Philly with that backup goaltender, and we did. So that's a good thing. So start of the second period, Kucherov at 2:24 is 30th on the power play, assisted by Point and Stamkos. It's 3-0. At 9:56, Atkinson scored for Philly. It's 3-1. At 14:04, Drysdale scored on the power play, and it's 3-2, and it's getting very close. I think the fans were a little bit concerned about the game getting tight like that. So it was 3-2. Went at 17:42, Easymont, his 8th goal on the power play, assisted by Kucherov, his 49th. And Victor Hedman is 37th at 17:42. It's 4-2 Bolts going into the third period. Okay, so now at 42 seconds, the Flyers got a goal at 42 seconds to make it a 4-3 game. That's when it got really nerve-wracking when it was close like that. But after they scored, that was the end of their scoring for the night. As the Lightning came back at 19.00. Braden Hagel, the Bagel Man, scored his 14th on an empty net goal, assisted by Cirelli and DeHaan. It's 5-3, and we're just taking off. Nikita Kucherov got his empty net goal at 19:49, assisted by Cirelli and Perbix. 6-3, and that's how the game ended for our Bolts. So we finished a pretty good road trip, over 500. We won 2 out of the 3 games. So we'll take that. And that's it with this one. Now, let's see what else we got. Because Kucherov got the first star with 3 goals and 1 assist. Braden Point got 1 goal, 1 assist, and Atkinson got the last star with 1 goal and 1 assist. Team stats. Let's see. We had 21 shots to their 32, so they outshot us. The hits, they had 14 hits to our 8. Now you got to remember, we have a lot of guys out right now, and a lot of our all-star, heavyweight champion fighters are all sidelined right now. The guys that get involved with the fighting. So that doesn't surprise me that, they had more hits than us. Of course, I'm talking about being the biggest one, but Watson now got hurt too, and now he's week to week. So we will not see him until after the All-Star break at some point. It says week to week, so it could be 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The hits just keep on coming, and unfortunately for us, it's a lot of our defensemen are going down, and these kids are coming up and getting the job done. I mean, we're still winning games with the kids. Penalty minutes, they got 8 to our 6. Face-offs, they won 55.8% of the face-offs, while we did 44.2. So the Lightning won game 1 of this series. They lead the series 1-0. Game 2 will be 2/27, February 27th, and then game 3 will be March 9th. So we still have 2 more games against the Flyers. They put up a fight. I mean, they didn't give up. They put up a fight. The score was close. And of course, John Tortorella is their coach, so it doesn't surprise me that the team is competitive. So that's why the game was close. Let's see what else we got. I got some notes here. Lightning recalled Mitchell Chaffee, 25-year-old forward. He was recalled. He made his debut December 12th at Vancouver. Austin Watson, of course, is gone for at least a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, with a lower body injury. Let's see. Phil Myers was sent down to the Crunch in order to make room for Mitchell Chaffee. So I'm sure we'll see Myers back as our needs have been, this year with everything going on, our needs have been pretty steady that, we've needed to recall a lot of defensemen. But like I said, Mitchell Chaffee was playing for Syracuse, 25 years old, skated in one game with Tampa Bay this season, making his Lightning debut December 12th at Vancouver and registering 6.56 ice time. Chaffee has 3 games of NHL experience, having also skated 2 games with Minnesota Wild during the 21-22 season. He's looking to record his first NHL point. In 33 games with Syracuse this season, Chaffee has tallied 11 goals and 25 points to lead the Crunch for goals and ranked tied for 3rd for scoring. So, again, we welcome another kid. And obviously for them to bring him up, you got to be talented. So this is gonna be good that the kids are getting their shots. We're giving them their chances to play right now.
Corey said hello.
Hello, Corey. What's up?
So did Jody, but
hello, Jody.
And I think Kevin did too.
Hello, everybody. Like I said, I can't see the chat room tonight, unfortunately.
Let's see who else did. Oh yeah, and Chris did too.
Chris did too.
Yeah, I'm not sure who all was watching. We have like 5 people watching, so
okay. Well, that's good. All right. Well, just a non-related thing. Edmonton Oilers, 14 straight wins. Wow. 14 straight wins for the Edmonton Oilers. They won their 14th last night in a row. What is going on with them? Wow. All right. So let me tell you what we got. Let's see. Thursday night, tomorrow night, we have the Arizona Coyotes. That should be a win. I don't want to jinx it, but you know what? I mean, we're a better team than the Arizona Coyotes, even though half our team is Syracuse Crunch right now because we're recalling all the kids. We should win that game.
I mean, we're like what, 6-1 right now in our last 7.
Yeah, we just got that one loss the other night. We've taken most of our games.
Yeah.
Saturday is going to be a tough game. We got the Devils again in a rematch. But we're home, so that's a good thing. We're not in New Jersey. I hate New Jersey. I was close enough to smell New Jersey because I was living in New York. I was born in New York City, and right past, you go over the bridge and you're right into New Jersey, and those Jerseyans come in over the bridge to work in New York and make the big bucks in New York, and then they got to cross over the bridge again to go over to the smelly, stinky New Jersey side. I am not a New Jersey. I never hide my. No, I don't hide it. I speak it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that I like New Jersey. I don't like New Jersey. I don't like Philadelphia. I don't like certain teams in certain states. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's always been. So I have a friend that lives in Pennsylvania, but I don't hold it against them. Okay, so when we come back from the All-Star break, guess who we have to play?
Oh, God.
New York Rangers. In MSG, no less. Now we lost to them. We got blown out from them in our own arena. So that in itself is embarrassing because we've always been better than the Rags. Always. So for them to beat us, it's like a miracle. Whoa, they finally beat us. How many times have we eliminated the Rangers from the playoffs? It's like so many times that we've knocked them out. And you know, they finally got a win on us. So they're going to be looking to beat us again in their own house. Wouldn't it be nice if we'd go to MSG and beat them in that place? I mean, I've been at MSG thousands of times. You know, growing up in New York, I've been to MSG. I've been to Nassau Coliseum because I was an Islander fan before the Lightning even came around. So, you know, I caught all those Islander Ranger games and everything growing up and everything. That was the big battle. So the Bolton Rangers are going to be the first game after the All-Star break, February 7th at MSG. So I'm looking forward to beating them and making a statement because we don't want to keep on losing to the Rangers. We just don't do that. We don't do that. They know it. And I have Ranger fans too, so I have to be careful. I don't want to offend my Ranger fan base, friends that I have that are Ranger fans. It's not their fault they become Ranger fans. You know.
Yeah.
You know, the Islanders were the great New York team, not the Rangers. That's always been the facts that New York, the Islanders have ruled the city for years. But we'll see what happens. So Vasi getting his 277th lifetime win. He's on his way to 300 victories. That is absolutely incredible. But we are talking about Andrei Vasilevsky. So the greatest goaltender in the history of the sport. There he is. How to make sure that he carries this Vasi doll.
Pop figure.
Pop figure. It looks like a doll.
It's not a doll. Because if it was a doll, it would be a little bit better. and he's got like a big head and like little body.
Big head, little body.
It's like one of those like what's it called? It's like those big head things, like those bobbleheads.
No, bobbleheads.
Yeah, it's like the pop figures.
Let me remind everybody that, and maybe you know you guys don't know about this, but I'm a stats guy. Of course, I'm gonna know about it. There's only been 39 goalies that have won 300 games in the history of the NHL. And Andrei Vasilevsky, again.
This guy.
That guy. The guy that I'm looking across the hall. That's actually not across the table. Across the table in our little 10x10. Would you say this is a 10x10 room?
I'm not sure.
It might be smaller than a 10x10 room.
Right here. Number 88.
Yep.
Year I was born.
9 years ago. Andrei Vasilevsky, 439 career starts this night. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. What can you say? I mean, it's just incredible the amount of stuff that he's done in his career, and he's still young. He's got a long way to go. You know, it's just
keep going.
Yeah. Now, before we do the sponsor list, I'm hoping that Jody Ritchie is on right now because this has something to do with her. She's like my backup, being that you know I can't see the room in the chat room, what's going on, and if they're saying something.
She says Rangers are the worst. Banned Ranger fans from Amley.
I don't think the Lightning would do that. There are a lot of Ranger fans that come to Amley. There's no. Well,
she is on here though.
She is on here. Okay, Jody, I'm gonna mention something that I was looking at my notes, and of course I monitor the room. You know, Tampa Bay.
And Corey says he's here too.
Corey's here.
Yeah, because he's like I'm here too.
Okay, I like I said, I don't know. I don't have the ability to see the chat room. It's just I'm not happy about that because then I really can't go off on anybody. But there's another Tampa Bay Lightning group called Tampa Bay Lightning Nation. And Jody's probably like, yeah, I know that. I know that group. There was somebody that posted, where has Jeannot been? Okay, well, I don't know if you've been watching the Lightning games. Apparently, they must have been watching the Lightning games. But they're asking, where is Jeannot? Jeannot, and I think Jody covered it, that, he got a dirty hit into his back. So unfortunately, he's week to week, and it's a very bad injury. So they're not looking at him until after the All-Star break, maybe, a couple of weeks. We're looking at probably another 3 to 4 weeks or whatever. The seriousness of it is pretty bad, just like Cernak, or not Cernak. I'm having a brain fart here. But anyway, somebody in the Lightning Nation group said, after giving up 4 draft picks and a player to get a player whose best attributing is fighting. That's true. Jeannot does so much more than fight, though. Okay, so I can't agree with that. We did give up a heavy price for Jeannot. I'm not going to deny that. But I like what Jody said. She says, it's not Jeannot's fault. The dirty Bruins stuck the handle of the stick into Jeannot's spine. Jeannot is the most feared enforcer in the league. That is priceless. Every team needs a great enforcer to protect the high scorers and the kids. And we've been seeing that. Stamkos and Hedman came right. Somebody hit one of our rookies. And Stamkos, and it was just great to see that they came out and tried to protect our kids. So that's what the veterans do. And, she's right. Jeannot suffering a serious injury to the back with the stick into Jeannot's spine. And you know what? They didn't even get a penalty for that. Am I right, Jody? They didn't even get a penalty for that hit.
She said that Tampa Bay Lightning Nation, I went off on a dude, suggested he buy Hockey for Dummies, LOL.
Absolutely.
And Fleury, Sergachev, Watson injured.
Yeah, Watson got a lower injury. I reported that early in the morning. I beat a lot of writers to that one because I was checking to see, as soon as I got word that he was going on the week-to-week list, I was the first one to post it. So, Watson is going to be on that injury list for a while, a couple of weeks there. So, unfortunately, these people are taking out our star players. Well, fortunately, not all our star players, but they are taking out our guys. And I think the Lightning are getting a little pissed off over the hits.
She did say something on here. She said, thank you, and then correct. Number one bullshit.
Number one bullshit.
Hold a minute.
This is number one bullshit.
Hyder still has not been able to find the
song to it.
Song to it. That
I have not been able to find to it. I think they probably deleted it.
Okay, so Tampa announced that Austin Watson is out week to week with a lower body injury suffered on Sunday game in Detroit. The Lightning scratched Morella, Cernak, and Watson in the last game yesterday. Braden Point scored his 5th game opening goal of the season. Only 6 players have more in 23-24. Tampa Bay has won 8 consecutive games in Philadelphia. That last loss coming January 7th of 2017. Andre Vasilevsky improved his record to 13-3 all-time against the Flyers. And Anthony Cirelli had 6 points in the last 4 games. So Tony Cirelli, you get it done, boy. You get it done. The stars of the game, obviously, Nikita Kucherov gets a hat trick, 4 points, +3, 5 shots on goal. Anthony Cirelli, 2 assists, +3, 6 shot attempts, takeaway, block shot, 56% of the faceoffs. Oh my God, Tony Cirelli's on fire. He's helping in more ways than one, and that's what we need. Brandon Hagel got the 3rd star with a goal, an assist, +2, and 6 shot attempts. I mean, Hagel's just been unbelievable. And I'm glad that they signed him and we don't have to worry about losing him. So, okay, so that's it that I got for now. So we're going to do the sponsor list. Then I'm going to go over a service anniversary list, which is something that I popped in here. People want to know when did they join the group and how long they've been. Well, I got my administration team's facts and figures on stats on them. And then we are going to talk about Sunday's games. Yes, we're going to talk about Sunday's NFL. We're going to talk about the playoff games. And then I can tell everybody that I was right. Actually, I didn't lose any of my bets. I had all the teams right. On
Jody wants to know, Cooch has a target mon on his back.
Yes, he does.
Last night was proof Cooch could have suffered a serious concussion if his head smacked that ice, but no penalty.
Yeah, his gloves saved his face, his head, because he went down like face first into the ice.
And
so I know what she's talking about.
Hold on a minute. Right before I get to Corey, Chris said, is Point FA next year?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about losing Braden Point. There's a lot of guys. See, JBB, our general manager, he's got a habit of signing guys to 6-year deals, 5-year deals, 8-year deals, lifetime deals. So there's a lot of guys that are signed long-term, which is one of the reasons why we have problems with our salary cap is because, we have long-term signings like Braden Point and Nikita Kucherov. Stamkos' deal is coming to a close, but the way I'm looking at it is JBB's got to figure out how to get him signed and we not lose him, because that's not going to be good for Tampa Bay to lose Steven Stamkos. I'm pretty sure that fans, are going to be like revolting against the Lightning if they lose Steven Stamkos. Stamkos is a career player. You have to keep him.
Okay, and Corey wanted to know, it's on there.
Why, sure. All you got to do is just let Hydro know, and you don't have to ask.
I guess after this part, then he can come on.
Yeah, you don't have to ask permission. If you want to come on, just
okay. After this part, Corey, I'll send you the link. How about that?
Okay, so Hyder's going to do the sponsor list, and then we'll get Corey on for the football games for this coming Sunday. I know it's kind of weird that we have the NFL on a hockey show. Get over it! I wanted to do it. There we go. That was a very low decibel, actually. I didn't really want to tear apart Hyder's ears. So
yeah, I'm in the room too.
He's in the room.
I'm in the room.
Now, if he was in the room when I was,
I'm literally in the room.
He's got all that hair covering over his ears, but that don't mean that
And that don't mean anything at all.
My decibels will blow out his ear.
I'm gonna have to go get me some earplugs or something.
He might have to get some earplugs because eventually I'm gonna figure out how the hell I can look at that damn. I know how.
Jesus.
I'm starting to think. I'm starting to brain. I'm gonna see that chat room next week. I'm gonna see that chat room somehow. I got to figure it out, but I'm gonna see that chat room.
Okay, let me see if I can find Corey on here real fast.
Okay.
I'm gonna send the link real fast.
We're gonna bring on Corey because he loves to talk football.
Yeah. Okay. And gotcha. Okay.
Sponsor list.
Sponsor list.
Yeah.
Our Place, Dunedin, and Clearwater. Brenda's on the Causeway, Dunedin. Ozona Pig, Palm Harbor. Okay. Eddie's, Dunedin. Hurricane Eddie's, Dunedin.
To whom the bell tolls.
Snappers Comedy Club, Palm Harbor. Country Boy, Dunedin. Massage and Skincare Solutions, Clearwater. I will eventually get down there.
I just say he's going to get on a plane and he's going to go to Florida again. I'd love to see
I will eventually get down there.
that. God help Florida. Sure you want to be around Woody?
Oh, God.
or Devin?
Oh, no. Not Devin. I already been around him enough.
Who else you got?
I've lived with him,
Who
so.
else you got in Florida that's there?
Oh, God.
You may not want to go to Florida.
I just want to go get my massage. That's it.
That's it.
Mason Dixon, Christmas Wish, Q105 radio station, 104.7 FM, St. Pete. Santoro Pizzeria, Tampa. Spaghetti About It, Food Truck, Spring Hill. Gulf Coast Nutrition, Palm Harbor. Cafe Connection, Spring Hill. Gators Dockside, Spring Hill. Mad Greek, Bristol. Jane K. Crafts, Bristol. Giovanni's, Bluntville. Bristol Honda. And StreamYard.com.
Yeah. The guys that I give money to each month to put this show on. So you could see the show. I pay them so you could see us every week. But it ain't that much money.
But we got to bring Corey on.
All right, we're going to bring the big man in.
There we go.
The big C.
What's going on, fellas? How's it going?
What's up, player?
Not much.
I'm not blowing out anybody's ears.
Not yet. Not yet.
That's because I can't figure out how to get on the
Oh, Jody even said no damn foosball.
I love the thing about Massey. That is awesome. I hope he gets 300.
Oh, he's going to get 300 easily. I mean,
yeah, if they don't, shame on the Lightning.
Yep, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. He's on a torrid pace of being the best goaltender.
And if he retires, the Lightning.
Yeah, and there are players
because there's not many that stay with one team their whole career. I believe.
I'll give you
in
an
hockey.
example. Steven Stamkos is on his final year of his contract. And
Oh God.
I'm like hearing, because I write for this team and I hear a lot of fans and I see a lot of social pages saying that if Stamkos goes, they're panicking and stuff like that. And then there's
Think he'll go?
I don't think so. I think that would be regulations for Tampa.
I think that would kill the locker room.
I mean, he's been their captain for quite a while, and I don't think that they can really afford to lose him.
Yeah.
No.
And obviously they can't afford to lose Cooch.
No.
So you have to, that's the problem. You have so many guys that
I hate they lost that one. Who was it? They just had a ceremony for him. He came back and was playing against them.
You're talking about Corey Perry?
No, the
he signed. He signed.
Heckman. No, I can't remember.
Was it Maroon?
Pat Maroon.
Yes, Maroon.
That's what I was trying to
Yeah,
think.
Patty was a very popular player, but he wasn't at the level of a Stamkos or a Hedman or the key players that you just can't imagine seeing.
Well, he wasn't with he was
Killorn,
on,
too.
He was on another team.
Alex Killorn, you don't want to lose either.
Yeah.
Team before he went to.
I just remember him being a part of the run.
Yeah.
Oh, he was an essential part of the run. The team that he was with before us, he won a Stanley Cup, and then we got the 2 cups, so he won 3 in a row.
Oh wow, that's hard.
So he's got more rings than I do. So yeah, no, he won 3 in a row. I got all 3 rings too, but then I have another second set that I keep all in a case. I don't wear any of the rings at all. I just keep it in the collector
I
case.
don't blame you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nice to wear, but me, I like to. I got a glass shelf that I like to put my stuff in and show it off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what, in your opinion, is going to happen this Sunday? Game 1 is AFC Kansas City against Baltimore at 3 p.m. on CBS. Now, I'm an NFC guy. I'm a Giants fan.
I'm a Redskins, but I think the Ravens have the way better team. Andy Reid, they're preparing for him to retire, and I really think the Ravens just have too much that the Chiefs don't have this year.
All these people are popping up. Ravens. I've never seen the Ravens have so many fans all of a sudden out of the blue. I mean, really, the Ravens always haven't been good.
The main thing about the Ravens is Lamar Jackson has never really been healthy this time of year like he has this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a wow factor.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, my guy, Eli Manning, man, he was hurt. And, it was rough for Eli.
Yeah.
Always rough for Eli, but he won.
But the helmet catch to beat the Patriots. I loved it.
I never get tired of watching my guys celebrating, partying, beating New England, shutting them up. Because I don't like Boston either. I'm a New Yorker, so obviously I don't like Boston.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the cheating ways, your broken ways, cheating ways of Bill Belichick and bitch crying baby Tom Brady. Cheating all the way up. But, all right, so you think that Baltimore is going to beat KC?
Yep. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it'll be a shootout.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, I think the Ravens will win.
They're going to send Tom Brady's son home?
They're going to send
Pat Mahomes?
We're not going to have.
I mean, come on. He looks like a little bitch boy like Tom Brady.
I mean, anytime there's a Chiefs game on, you see Taylor Swift more than you see the damn game.
Exactly. We're not. I hope to God we don't get a Taylor Swift Super Bowl. We do not need that in our life.
Well, I'd be shocked if the Ravens lose that game. I would be shocked. So, I'm not a Pat Mahomes guy. I think he's I think he's the next Tom Brady, whining, crying bitch.
Yeah. Well, and it doesn't help that his mother and his wife did a lot of that for him.
Yeah,
but you could see on the sidelines him.
Oh yeah, and like
crying and temper tantrums, just like Brady bitch did.
Do you see where his helmet shattered in the Dolphins game?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So,
but I just don't think the Chiefs have what it takes this year. I mean,
not against about how good the Ravens are playing.
From what I've seen all year, when they lost EB and Andy Reid with them combined, and then they sent Tyreek Hill on the way. I just feel like they're missing something. I don't know what it is, but they're not the same.
So Pat Mahomes will go home early.
Yes.
Okay. Well, like I said, I already know Hyder's going to say Baltimore.
Yeah.
With me, it's like I don't want to see Pat Mahomes crying anymore. I think they need to put him in the corner and let him whine and cry, and because he reminds me too much of Bitch Brady. Only Pat Mahomes don't cheat like Bitch Brady did. But I think I agree with Baltimore winning that game. Okay. This is interesting.
Yes.
NFL Detroit versus San Francisco at 6:30 on Fox
Mhm.
is the night game. And I'm going to start off the committee with my prediction. I am on fire with Detroit. I think they are on fire. I think the coach has got them out of their minds, playing crazy. I predicted that Detroit would win both those playoff games. So I'm 2-0. I'm going to go 3-0. I think Detroit's going to knock off San Francisco. I am not impressed with Purdy. He's not the same quarterback that he was last year. If you were watching that game, Purdy was missing his targets. He wasn't. No, I'm going with Detroit with the upset. What do you guys think?
I won't. I'm going for Detroit because one, the coach Dan Campbell,
That's what.
great guy, great human, great player.
Yep.
He has turned that city upside down. I mean, they have trusted the process.
Marshall Mathers has too.
They've got all the right people in the right places. Jared Goff is going to get revenge from his LA Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
We had San Francisco has a great defense, but Brock Purdy is just, I don't know how to say this nicely. He's not Steve Young or Joe Montana. I feel like the 49ers put too much on him. Now, if they could equal it out with McCaffrey, they got all them playmakers. I like Detroit. And also, with Detroit making the NFC Championship game, the longest drought in the NFC is Dallas with 28 years and Washington with 31. The last time the Lions were in the NFC Championship was against my Redskins in 91, and we went on and won the Super Bowl. Lions all the way, baby.
Hasn't it been 30 years for the Cowboys?
I may have that backwards.
I think that it's been
Lions won
close to
it.
30 years that the Cowboys haven't won.
But I had seen it on Sports Center.
28 because last time
95 was the last year Dallas.
95. Yeah.
I think they won the Super Bowl that year with Aikman, Emmett, Dion.
Okay.
But I do like Detroit. I do like Detroit. Now, if it end up being Detroit and Ravens Super Bowl, I'm going to be a little conflicted because Detroit wants payback from that regular season game a couple years ago where they shouldn't have won on that 66-yard field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Detroit. I just feel
they're not the sidekick. They're no longer the pushovers.
Yes, exactly. They've been down in the dumps pretty much like the Redskins have. They went from 0-16. I think Dan Campbell won 5 games his first year. Then they almost made the playoffs last year. But I think it came down to the end of the regular season. And then this year they drafted smart. They got all the right playmakers. Jared Goff is at his peak. I don't know what Dan Campbell has done, but he has turned Jared Goff into a leader.
If he doesn't win the Coach of the Year, that's just going to piss me off because it is a miracle what he has done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, AFC, they're saying D'Amico Ryans, and NFC, I think Dan Campbell will get it. Has to.
Yeah.
That would just cause a lot of problems if they don't give it to Campbell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Lions.
Woo, all right. Clean sweep for the Lions.
Yeah, because I think
like it.
Dan Campbell has done a lot for the Lions.
But of course, Hydra is going to say if Detroit goes against the Ravens,
Yeah, you know, I'm going to say he's going to win
the
that.
Ravens are going to win.
I believe it'll be a great game.
I believe that will be a great game. I mean,
Oh,
that'll
They
be
better not sleep on Detroit.
Yeah.
no, because that was a pretty good game between them two before. And anyways,
So better not sleep on them. They
Uh-oh.
are. They have.
they've only gotten better
Right,
since
meant-
since the last Ravens game. They've only gotten better.
Mhm. And they're going to remember the Ravens.
Yeah, they've only gotten better since then. But the Ravens have gotten better since that game too. So it's like, well,
Okay, well, there you go. So we all got. We're all pretty much agreeing on a lot of different things.
well, Chris is in here.
And then
You know,
What's Chris saying?
he's saying that the Chiefs are going to win against the Ravens and the 49ers are going to win against the Lions.
Oh, so he's going with the favorites.
Well, yeah.
And that's boring. Where have you been? Have you watched Detroit? I mean, this is gonna rile me up a little bit because Detroit's on fire, bro. They are on fire.
Well, it's like what I posted up. I'm not sure if,
Don't sleep on Detroit.
like what I don't know if you've seen it or not, what I posted. Let's see if I can find it again.
He's going with the favorites.
Oh, here it is. The Super Bowl everyone wants, the Ravens versus the Lions. The Super Bowl everyone thinks we're going to get, the Ravens versus the 49ers.
Like Chris.
And the Super Bowl that's probably in the script, Kansas City versus the Lions, which Taylor Swift versus Eminem.
it's repeating.
Right. That's right. Go Eminem.
If that's the case, then I'm going for the Lions to win it.
All right, to finish out the show, I'm just going to do the service anniversaries.
Yeah, a little
Go ahead.
bit of news. Washington signed the general manager of the 49ers, their assistant, Adam Peters.
Yeah, that was what? Yesterday? I think I saw that. Yeah, that was most recent though. So they finally did something there with that.
We actually have a head operations.
Which is something that you guys haven't had.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over the service anniversaries real quick of the management. Jody Ritchie steps up to the plate October 3rd, 2022. Hyder, the co-host, his service date is March 13th, 2021. Anna, March 29th, 2023. March 26th, 2023 for Patricia. August 17th, 2020, Jody Ermelich. Karina Carpenter has been with us since June 30th of 2023. And of course, me, 9 years.
Been with since the very beginning.
From the very beginning. From the beginning of time of the Thunderstrikers.
Since the very beginning.
Okay, so now we got a little bit of time for the final thought as we close out the show. We actually timed it pretty good. So
yeah,
that's pretty good. We started a couple of minutes late, and
I think we kind of went over last week. So
we did.
So
we went over 20 minutes. 20 minutes last show.
So I think like we're kind of making it a little even.
Yeah. All right, Corey. So what's your final thought?
The Lightning, let's see, have a lot of confidence going. Vassie's one of the best to ever do it. And if you don't like Vassie, I don't give a damn.
He'll stop a mud hole in you. Well, we're hoping that Corey gets better because we miss our food buddy going to the restaurants, especially the one that we've been going to recently.
Yeah. Jody said, "I'm still arguing with the dude in the Tampa Bay Lightning about Jano. Congrats to all the dedication to the group, though."
That's awesome. Yeah, and this changed because for the first 8 years, we had some administrators, and they're gone now. So, considering that most of them lasted that long, most of our family members stay with us through the thick and the thin and stuff, and we have a good reputation. We don't, we don't put up with, people that break the rules. We just don't have zero tolerance. We got a better management, more effective leadership team right now, and it's going on. And that's the way it's going to be. So, very, very happy with the crew. Hydro, what is your final thought?
I'm just hoping that the Lightning keep the streak going. I mean, last 7 we're 6-1, so let's keep it going.
Yeah, got to keep it going. The kids, man, it's all about the kids. You look at this injury list, and there's like 5 guys, and we got 5 kids up, and they're getting the job done, man. Cooper's not wanting to take some of these guys out. They're just playing that good. So, the foundation here. My worry, and I'll be honest with you guys, my worry is we're on such a roll with the kids playing, filling in for, the Cernaks, the Sergachevs, Tanner Jeannot, Hayden Fury. We got a lot of guys out, and the kids are playing and getting the job done. My worry is when you send them back to the crunch, and you got to hope that we have 100% from Sergachev, 100%. All these guys that are hurt right now, when they come back, that they're okay and 100%. We don't want to have them 75%. We don't want to have them 50%. We need them 100% if we're going to send down those kids that are on fire. And I'm telling you right now, out of those list of kids, there's going to be at least 1 or 2 that are going to earn a starting job next year, just from what I'm seeing. Just from what I'm seeing, they're that good. So there are certain kids that are deserving of, our biggest problem has been defense. On the defense side, it's not scoring. It's not offense. It's the defense. It's the play in front of Vasi. And I have seen over the past few weeks much better. I mean, I still get upset, when, one guy doesn't get on. He lets the other guy, get an open shot in front of the net. I'm so tired of seeing that. You have to stay with who you're assigned with, to guard against the front of the net and help Vasi.
And also, a point to your injury thing, you never want to rush a player back. I mean, no matter how bad you may think you need him or the fans, that's how it gets worse if you try to rush them back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, we're going on. We only have 2 more games before the All-Star break. So we're coming back on February 7th. So that's a nice, while to get these guys to
Rested.
Yeah. So there's a possibility we might get at least 2 of them back out of the list. Because I know Cernak's still day to day. And Fleury is still day to day. But it's going to be a little while before we see Tanner Jeannot. It's going to be a while before we see the other 2 guys. So, let the kids play. Cooper loves them. We're getting the production out of them. Let them play. All right, guys. It's time to go. Thank you for a great show. Wow. I don't feel like I'm going to lose my voice tonight.
It really go off.
After that tirade last week. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That's really what I like to do, actually. I like to, do that. It's just the ratings were high. I didn't even I didn't even send out. I have a couple of groups that I'm in. I didn't even send out that video because I was cursing and I was on a tirade. I didn't want to lose,
Mhm.
the community. So I didn't send it out. But I got almost 100 views without that.
Oh,
Without
wow.
sending it out to my groups.
We
So
got a lot of comments on
That's
that.
great.
70, 80 comments.
Close to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because those guys kept on coming back at me, and I kept on shutting them down, and
Yeah.
And then I gave it to Jody. I was like, Jody, take care of this for me. I can't
Handle my light work.
handle my light work, Jody. And she did a great job. I'm so proud of Jody for doing that, coming in and taking care of business.
Yeah, I was telling Faith, I was like, we really do. I was like, if we're gonna do like the first taker undisputed kind of thing, I was like, then we need a woman on here.
Well,
You could be the Stephen A. and I was like, me and Corey can be like the two athletes that actually come on.
You're gonna stick with that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the rant of Skip Bayless throwing and burning his jerseys out?
Oh God, really?
Oh, I missed that.
Skip Bayless got mad after Dallas lost, and it was crazy.
Oh, there's a lot of people that got mad.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm seeing it. I see posts every day about Cowboy fans and being upset, but we would too if our team didn't win for 28 years.
Yeah.
And this is what I said last week, and I'm going to repeat myself again and again to people get it through their heads. It doesn't matter if you get in the playoffs. I mean, I said this. Tampa Bay didn't even deserve to make the playoffs this year. They had the weakest schedule in the weakest division, and that's why they got in, because who's in their division, right?
Somebody.
And they got
really nobody.
beat. And they got beat by the Detroit Lions because they thought they were going to just walk all over the Lions.
But they took out the Smeagol's, who turned into a dumpster fire at the end of the season. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you remember back going a couple of weeks ago before, Tampa Bay started to go on their little winning streak because they had to play Carolina. Two out of the last 4 games.
Yeah.
They played Green Bay. That's the 3rd game. I don't remember the 4th team that.
I think it was 1 non-conference and 3 division games.
Okay. Well, they had an easy schedule. They were, before all this happened, their coach was like head on a platter. The Tampa fans were
like,
it's still like that now. They still want
to get rid of them.
Yeah, that's what I heard today. They still want to get rid of them, and if they do, then Baker's.
Well, Baker's going to get some money next year just because of what he done this year.
Baker's already said that if they don't bring back, what's his face?
Mike Evans.
Yeah. Mike Evans is critical for them to sign.
Yeah.
If they don't sign Mike Evans, guess what? Your quarterback's not coming back.
He is a great receiver. He is the only one. He's one of the only receivers that's had 10 or 12 straight years of 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
It was one of the two.
You can't lose. You just can't lose him, man, because if you lose him, then your quarterback's going to – I bet you Baker's waiting to see if they're going to re-sign him first before he signs a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's already said that, hey, re-sign the guy or I'm going away. So they have pressure on them to re-sign those 2 guys, and it's going to be very costly for both those 2 players. Just those 2 players is going to cost them a lot of money. They have a lot of free agents.
Yeah. And there's also talk of John Gruden being the offensive coordinator in New Orleans.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, seen his name come up. So it was with New Orleans.
Yeah. New Orleans has reached out about the OC position. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he'll get it, but it's out there.
Well, if anybody has a good defensive coordinator, we need him in New York with my Giants.
Oh, did you hear about that? They said he just walked out. Like,
Wink. Well, Wink got into a big argument with our coach, DeBow.
oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that. I just heard like he walked out, and Martindale's usually really professional, and I was just thinking something had to happen for him to do that because he's rarely in the news like that.
Yeah, well, there was a big argument, and Wink stormed out, and they couldn't repair their friendship. So it's not about friendship. It's not about friendship. It's about the
The
team.
business.
Yeah, it's the business. So DeBow is in charge, and he's done a good job for us. He made us,
I actually like the ball. I mean, he's been like what I like about him. He's fiery. He shows compassion, and he didn't stand on the damn sidelines like Ron Rivera and didn't show no emotions. I cannot stand that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get your players fired up.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens over the next week, and maybe next week we'll have some. Oh boy, it's going to be a fiery show.
Oh yeah.
One way or the other, it's going to be a fiery show because we're going to be talking Lightning hockey, but we're also going to be talking about the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we'll know what the Super Bowl matchup will be.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. So we're going to make time for that. But right now we're going to go. Hopefully Corey will be able to join us for some pasta soon.
yeah, soon. I'm healing up.
Good.
Took a spill there on some ice the other day, and
That's what I heard.
so
So
it was bad.
get yourself better. But,
Yeah, I'm working on it little by little.
we'll see you guys. Let's see. Is Tuesday available for next week? I think it is. I think Tuesday of next week is available for our show because I don't think the Lightning are playing next Tuesday.
They've been having a lot of Tuesday games lately.
Well, that's the thing. I'm
Let me
about
find
ready
out
to.
for sure.
I'm about ready to make Wednesday the permanent night because
Yeah.
there's a lot of games that were on, on the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we're gonna.
Let me find out for sure.
Heidi's gonna look it up just to make sure, but I don't mind doing Wednesday. I really don't. I mean, it's the middle of the week. I don't mind doing it on Wednesday. I'd rather do it Wednesday. So then you get to see Hump Day.
Hyder looks all serious. Look at him.
Yeah, I like the calendar.
He's
keeps on,
focusing.
like disappearing.
The calendar.
Tuesday? There ain't no game on Tuesday.
Okay, so we're
Yeah,
doing,
because remember, it's like all free next week.
yeah, it's the break.
Yeah, it's the break. I was like,
Okay, yep, it's the break.
So Tuesday would be
Tuesday night next week,
Tuesday
7
night.
o'clock.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we'll see you next Tuesday. In the meantime, good luck with your picks. Don't bet with your head over it. If you're gonna bet, don't make yourself broke over it.
Be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, be smart. Because, like I said, don't sleep on those Lions. If you're not taking
Oh,
the
no.
Lions, I wouldn't sleep if I were you.
Nope. That city's been waiting a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, imagine the desperation. But we'll see you guys next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. The Big Steve, Hydro, I am Joey Lightning. Good night, everybody. Go Bolts. Go Lions.